And now let's go to the form. The form is the actual mechanism that takes in their name and email address to add them to your database. So we click add a form. We're going to name it. We're going to call this the confidence lead magnet. Yeah, you might be doing a bunch of lead magnets, so you might want to name it, specifically, but for this, I'm just going to make it the confidence lead magnet because we're just making one. And next is the form fields. So these are the fields. First name and email, that's the bare minimum. I usually leave it at the bare minimum on the first thing here. The less you ask for, the higher your opt-in rate will be. The one thing I usually do add to the field is I add the privacy disclaimer. So I'll add that in. It says, we respect your privacy. Your data will not be shared or sold. I think that's a really good thing to add in. Now, you also, if you find that you're getting spam, you might want to add another field in here that is the CAPTCHA. That will prevent, not all of it, but that could prevent some spam from happening. So we'll add that in, and that will put a CAPTCHA on here. Okay, so we want to save that. And we want to move to the next field, confirmation. I always do a single opt-in. Some people do a double opt-in. The difference is a single opt-in is when they click the button with their name and email, they're opted in. On a double opt-in, it sends a confirmation email that they literally have to click to confirm that their address is real. So up to you, whichever way you want to do it. Kartra does scrub the emails for you. So if they put in a bogus email, it's going to detect it and it won't have you sending to bogus email addresses. So anyway, the reason maybe I should throw my reasoning out for that of why I do a single opt-in. On a single opt-in, they can get to the thank you page and they can download the free thing. And I allow them to do that without actually giving me a valid email address. And I know that's contrary to all the common belief out there, but if they don't trust me to begin with, maybe they'll trust me if I give them something free and it's of high value. And then they come back, then they're going to put their real email address in because they want the rest. So that's why I do it. It's worked really well for me over the last 2 decades. So I keep doing it that way. All right, so single opt-in. Now, what is our success page? This is the thank you page that we just built. So we're going to go over here and it's the confidence opt-in thank you. So we're going to save that. And now we're going to move to the next section, and this is our welcome message. So we want to change this. We want to send a welcome message. We're going to use the Kartra mailer. So we saved that. And that moves us into setting up our email. Now, remember, we set the template up. So we can move over here to rich HTML. We can go to my templates, and there's our beautiful template we built. So we drag that in. Cool, we are ready to go. Now, obviously, we don't want to send them the login information for something they didn't sign up for. So we want to adjust this and edit this. And they're not really a member. But we do want to have an opening. So we want to say hi, and then remember over here under dynamic variables, this is where we can put their first name in. So you just copy that and you can paste that right in there. And then it's going to plug their first name in there, which is really, really cool. You might want to change this from welcome to our community, or you can save it. That could potentially work. Then here, I want to thank them. Thank you for your interest in our, and then you can put lead magnet in here. You can change this lead magnet to whatever it is they're downloading. Change the name there, and then you can go into this, This will help you. I'm going to put benefit in here, but you change that benefit to what the benefit actually is. And obviously this is not your real text, but this is what you're going to replace it with. And I always break the sentences whenever you're doing email marketing. I break the sentences here so they don't read all the way across the page. So always put hard stops in your emails so it's easy to read. And then I also put the download link. Here is the link to download the whatever it is. Put the link in there. And then this is where where we're going to use the two prices. I also would like to invite you Okay, so again, you're going to change that getting what you want to the specifics of what you're doing and what you're giving to them. And let's see, watch. We're going to say it's absolutely free. All right. And again, I'm saying great benefit here because I don't know exactly what it is that you're going to want to offer there, but you want to change this. But this is the kind of email you want. You want to thank them for downloading the thing that you're offering them for free. Give them the link. I know they have it on the thank you page, but they might X out of that and then it's gone forever. And this email is going to remain in their email box forever. So they could get back to that page and download that link. So the page here, the link that you want is your thank you page. So since we have that link right there, we know what it is. So we can pluck that and put that right in here. Okay. So now the other thing we created was, let me go back and find the link for the other thing. Under pages, we actually created this sales page. Remember, we created this. This was the first page that we got. So we want to get the link to that. The confidence page. This is the thing that's going to actually sell the confidence product. So we want to copy that. And what we're going to do here is here, I would like to invite you to watch a special masterclass to get what you want. We want to put that link right there. That's our sales page. So we're not only delivering the thing on the thank you page, we're giving them the link to it for later if they miss it, but we're inviting them to this page that's going to be the actual presentation to sell them the confidence product. So that's the formula. That's the way you should be doing this. So again, this video is really meant to show you how to set up Kartra, but I'm actually showing you how to sell your stuff at the same time. So hopefully that's going to be beneficial and helpful. Now, notice we can't save this. You're like, oh my God, what happened? I filled out the email. You just didn't put the subject in here. This is your thank you subject. Thank you for ... You can fill in the blanks there. All right, so we're going to save that. So now we have a welcome message all set up, ready to go. Now, automations, you can add tags here. I would recommend that you add a tag. I don't know if we have a tag for this yet. Okay, we do not. So we're going to create one. And we're going to call this confidence opt-in. So we know they came in and opted in for this. Okay, confidence opt-in. We're going to add that and save it. Now lists, which list do you figure we're going to put them on? The prospect list. Because they haven't purchased yet, they're just going into the system as a prospect. So they're a prospect, and we know they're a prospect of the confidence opt-in. So we're not going to subscribe them to a sequence yet or turn on any automations. And now we have form design. And I'm going to leave this as I will use this form in a Kartra asset. If you want to do an embed and put this on a third-party website, then you check this off, and then that will give you the option to configure the form and basically design the form. But since we're doing this, it's just going to be in Kartra, so we save that, and we're pretty much done. So our form is done now. So the only thing we have to do at this point is go back to the pages. Oh, we have that open already. So I'm going to close it over here and refresh the page. You can't have the pages open twice. So now we're going to go over here to our confidence opt-in, and we're going to connect the form. So we're going to edit this page, and you'll see it's kind of like the chicken and the egg. Sometimes you have to build a piece out halfway, and then you have to build the other piece that goes into it, and then you have to go back and connect the dots. That's just the way it is. So don't worry about it. Just, don't get frustrated. Just understand that this is a process. You're building a bunch of pieces, and then you're putting together your castle. So we're going to edit that button. And the first thing we want to do is let's change the color. Let's go with our color scheme. Let's go with the blue and yellow. All right, cool. And then we might want to center that. And obviously we don't want text goes here. Let's see what we're downloading here. Okay. Why a budget will destroy your marriage. Cash diets. Okay, that is supposed to be crash diets, I believe. Crash diets simply do not work. A budget does with dollars what a crash diet does with food. Click the link to learn how to have a safe money conversation with your significant other. So you might want to call this thing. This would be a recommendation on my part, is to call this thing. And I know this is an image that doesn't really represent what you're actually downloading here, but whatever this is, you want to tie it here to getting what they want. And then when you go to do the text here, you want to say, in the text part, you want to say something like get instant access to the whatever it is, the ... So it's a very action-oriented button. Get instant access to the ... whatever this thing is that they're going to get for free. And now you go to the link. And we want this link to pop an opt-in form. So we're going to click that. And then now we have to choose which one. And I know this has thrown so many people for a loop, because they check this and then they see this and they're like, what the hell do I do now? See the little scroll here. You have to scroll down, and you're basically choosing what type of opt-in you want to pop up. Like if you want something fancy like that, if you want something basic like that. And again, you can edit all this stuff, so don't worry about the text that whatever it says. Personally, I use this one all the time. I think it's just clean and clear, and it's simple. You obviously have to edit it. So first thing, we're going to do our colors. So we're going to go for our color scheme. Change that. Now you can change the text to yellow if you want, but not going to worry too much about that. You can also change this. Obviously, you will want to change this text here. So get instant access today. Actually, instead of changing that, let's just get rid of it. we'll just say get full access today. Right? They're going to unlock it. Now we have to tell it which form we want to connect this to. So select an opt-in form, confidence lead magnet, apply. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's going to do its thing. We're done. And now what we need to do is we need to publish. Anytime you make a change on a page, got to publish it. That's our confidence opt-in. I think we have that up here. So let's refresh it. Now let's test this thing. Let's test the form out. Let's hit get instant access to the ... There it is. You remember when I said Kartra can fill in if it knows who you are? Well, it just did that. That's pretty cool. I don't even have to type my stuff in. So now we have to do this CAPTCHA. These things can kind of be a pain in the butt. That looks like a QEWGP. That's what I believe it is. So let's sign up. All right, look at that. It took us to the thank you page. Now we can download. Let's see if this damn thing works. We'll save it to our desktop. And it looks like it has downloaded. Let's go and see if it's there. There it is. All right. So we have a fully functioning opt-in. Let's go back to Kartra now, and I'm going to show you what just happened. So we're going to close this out. We're going to return to dashboard, and we're going to go into communications, and we'll see under leads now, there is a lead here. Now, since the source of this lead was, remember back a few minutes ago, I opted into the calendar. So I became a lead. I became a lead in here, and I was added to the prospects list. Now notice, since I already was on the prospect list, it didn't add me to the list again because I'm already on it. But what it did do is it added the tag. Now I have the confidence opt-in tag and the calendar appointment tag. So now Chris can come in here, he can look at my record, and he can see all the tags that are applied to me. He can see the calendar I'm signed up for. He can look and see if I've ordered anything. He can see what memberships I belong to. He can see what emails I've received. Like he can see all the stuff this is all the stuff that Kartra has interacted with on my record. So it has accepted terms and conditions. It has my subscription to the calendar. It put me on a list for prospects. It assigned that tag. It sent me that email. It's showing everything. It shows I visited this page. You can have all the details for everything that your prospects do from here on out inside your system. This thing is incredibly powerful. It'll even tell you if you open the email, right? It'll actually tell you that. It says email sent. When I go open it, it's going to tell me opened email and what date and time. So really, really cool stuff. The other thing that you can do here, you have full control over all of your prospects in your system and your customers. Like, let's say you want to grant membership access, and I'm going to do this money confidence on the standard level, and I'm just going to subscribe. Now, as the administrator, I just subscribed this person to this membership. I just gave them free access. Now, if they call up and they say, hey, can you resend the login? All you do is just come over here, resend login details. Just like that. Membership login details sent. Piece of cake. So this is more getting into the end of where you manipulate, manage your lists, your prospects. You can go to the list and you can see on my prospect list, I have one active lead. If you click the active lead, it will take you and show you who it is right there, back to the leads. You can also see in tags how many people are tagged. So there's one there, there's one there. This is a fresh, brand new system. So I am literally the first one in the system. Now, if I go to my email, which this might be a mess because I get a ton of email throughout the day, but let's see, like I have 98 new emails. So this might be interesting to find what we're looking for, but let's download them anyway. Okay, see here, there's my calendar. Congratulations, your calendar booking is confirmed. I can click to add it to my calendar. So I'm looking for stuff from Chris McLean. Okay, so here's the thank you. There's the thank you. Here's the link to download. If I click on that, it's going to take me over to the download page, just like it's supposed to. If I click on this, the confidence, it's going to take me over to the page that we haven't configured yet, but it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Now, here is the money confidence login information. Remember, I just assigned myself to this. There's my username. There's my password. Here is the forgot password. So I think that's the same. BDO. Yeah, same one. So if I want to go in and I want to look at the membership site, I can click there and look at that. Here's the login for your membership site. So all I have to do is put my email address in there, copy in or paste in my password, and in we go. Look at that. So I would recommend, making that logo a little more to blend in, but there's the access. And remember, I didn't allow this unless it's the pro members. There was another thing for resources here. Since I didn't give myself pro access, I can't see that. So I could change that. I can go back over here and I can go to my leads and I can go in and I can edit this lead. Then I can go to memberships and I can change the access level. I can assign pro just like that. And then now if I refresh, look at there's my resources, because now I'm a pro level member. So before I just didn't see that. So that's pretty cool. Remember, when you're setting up the membership, you could make this to where it's visible, but then they click on it. I couldn't do it because I was using, to set it up, I was using the wrong browser. But if you set that up with Chrome, you can do that. No problem. So anyway, that's our cool little membership site that we just created. So all this stuff is really coming together now. So the only thing that we're missing at this point is, how do we sell this thing?